Hello everybody, Iain Robson, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we're doing another heavy haul. This is from Maniwaki, Quebec to Trois-Rivières, Quebec. And let's get to it. So I already have the trailer hooked up and everything. Let me just show you what it looks like here. This is the all-terrain trailer. Not a super big oversized load. It's only got the one extra axle on the front and not the one on the back as well. So it's not terribly large. The one thing we have to keep in mind though is the fact that the coast-to-coast map slash the Canada map, they weren't necessarily designed for this cargo, so it should be kind of interesting to see if it works well. So one thing we do need to do before we get underway on the highway, at least, is we need to find some fuel. Let me just take this turn. I'm gonna check the map real quick. Should have done that before we got on our way, but we can check out the stoplight here anyways. I do like the sound of this engine a lot. Let's put the parking brake on real quick, check the map. Is there a place where I can get... oh, if I go straight, okay. Okay, we're gonna go straight through this light then. So, just because if I only have like less than 100 kilometers of fuel left basically, so need to make sure I get some of that before. I really should have done this before I hooked up to this trailer, because they're not really small trailers. Oops. There we go. I still have that big engine here, the 800 horsepower one, but I just like the way it sounds so much, so I just haven't changed it yet. So this is Maniwaki, Quebec. Nice Canadian flag flying there. As some of you may or may not know, I'm Canadian, so a lot of people think I'm American for some reason, but nope. Born and raised in Canada. Ontario, in fact. Alright. Just the one person on this turn? Yes, looks like it. Can we make this turn without... let's find out here. Take it nice and easy here. We should be able to. Now the hard part's going to be getting into the gas station without clipping into things. Oh wow, that's close. Here's what we're gonna do then. Pull over to the side of the road here. Let's put our hazards on. Just gonna decouple the trailer because that particular stop was not meant for this at all. They rarely are meant for these ones. Alright. Take the flashers off now, or our blinkers, we're going to call them. Hazard lights would be the other option as well, depending on who you're talking to. Yes, I know. This is the only way I could do this, because I don't think the next stop probably isn't for a long way yet. We'll check in a second here. Where's the next possible fuel stop? Yeah, that's too far. That's why I had to do it this way, unfortunately. And apparently my mind wasn't thinking about that when I when I picked up the trailer. I was like, oh right, fuel. I did get a warning sign, but I just totally forgot about it. Alright, there we go. Let's go to the trailer real quick again. Wonder how they do it on in real life. I'm assuming they don't detach the trailer, but maybe they do, I don't know. There we go. We head on our way now here again. Alright. So we got a right turn coming up here. That little hill did it. Alright. Take it nice and wide. Stay on this side. That was close, but yeah, it worked. Alright, we'll just be limit here, 50. Okay. I'm not going to get too crazy on acceleration in case if I stop at this turn and go all the way through the gears again. Take it nice and easy. See? That's why. Maybe if I had gone faster, it would have been fine, but maybe not. The other problem you have to run into is if you're making a left turn, there's cars right there. You might run into those cars on the left turn. Now apparently if you put your flashes on, they will give you a bit more space, I've been told. Let's put our, so we'll have keep our left indicator on. Alright. And what we'll do is as we're making the turn, no, there's no cars there anyways. We don't need to do it. There we go. It's funny, the reason why I wanted to record this today is because I was playing Farm Sim the other day, and I was doing a lot of trucking. We were what were we doing? Combining a field, and we had lots of grain that needed to go to the co-op sort of thing. So I was like, oh my, I kind of feel like playing American Truck Simulator now. So that's how I ended up playing this today. Just because just one of those things where you're like, that would be nice. Just gonna put the lows on here as we come out of this turn. It was kind of a funny situation because I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, that would be kind of nice. So not hauling grain in American Truck Sim, but we are hauling a big load, so heavy load. But that's why I was like, oh, I should play that. And here we are. Is this guy turning left? Looks like he is. Okay. Is this guy gonna give us? Let's put our flashers on, so people give us some extra space. Let's see here. Oh yeah, they seem to be giving us a little bit of extra space. Seem to be. Yep. If it hadn't been for that little extra area right there with the diagonal lines, what should you even call that? That little area there, we would not have been able to do that. Alright. Let's get up to speed here, 100 kilometers an hour here. And it is actually 100 kilometers here because we're in Canada. In beautiful Quebec. If you live in Canada, if you never visited Quebec, it's a beautiful province. One of the really nice places to visit in Quebec is called Gaspésie. I did that when I went out to the East Coast a few years ago. We drove along the Gaspé, along the Gaspé, I guess it would be called in this context, and it is just gorgeous. Right by the Fleuve de Saint Laurent in French, or the St. Lawrence River. I don't know. There was no stoplight or anything, so I was so confused that turn there. I'm like, there's nothing. Like no stoplight, no yield sign, so there we go. Looks like that's a merging lane, but we did a merge in one. That's fine. Like I was saying, the Gaspésie is a really beautiful area of Quebec, right along the St. Lawrence River. It is gorgeous along there. Lots of winding roads along the river as well. We drove along there we didn't do all of it, but we went all the way up to Rocher-Percé, and that's about as far as we went. And then we kind of from there we headed south on the main highway, and then we went to Prince Edward Island. But it was a gorgeous drive along there. We stayed at a little town called Saint-Anne-de-Mont, which is a nice little place there. So, and a little tiny hotel too. There we go. What I've been doing with the heavy haul pack is I've been staying in the low gears instead of going into the high gears, because especially with cruising at least. So I could probably go through all the gears in low probably pretty easily. One of the nice things is put that on there. One of the nice things is when you keep it in 8 low, I found it seems to once you hit a hill, it seems to be a bit better dealing with the hill than it was before. Because with an 8 high, it seemed to have a little bit of trouble, but an 8 low, it seems to be okay. So that's what I've discovered, at least. This is me grabbing my coffee cup, by the way. Alright. But yeah, that's what I've discovered so far. I don't know, do you have any tricks about how to how you haul with the heavy haul packs? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be kind of curious to hear what some other people do for these heavy haul packs. But there are lots of little things you could do, really. I feel like I'm catching up to this truck ever so slowly, even though I'm doing the speed limit itself. If you ever did this in real life, people would just be livid behind you. I don't drive very fast in real life because I don't drive very often, so I usually don't speed. Not, you know, a lot of people do like 100. Let's say if it's a 100-kilometer-an-hour highway, a lot of people do 110. That's kind of like a safe area. Even though it's 10 over, it's a safe area. But I rarely do that much, just because there's a couple reasons why. A, I don't drive very often, so I'm not super comfortable going super fast. And two, who likes getting a ticket? Because sometimes you may run into that one police officer who's like, gives you a ticket for going like 10 over. That's very rare, but it's possible. So here's an example where having the 8 low is nice. So when you hit this hill, it's got a little bit more oomph to get up and over the hill in 8 low. We may have to hit the brakes here. We're catching up to this guy. There we go. Don't want to smash into the back of him, that's for sure. But Quebec is quite hilly, though. It's pretty surprising. Like, when you go from like Quebec, or if you go from Ontario to the Quebec into Quebec, it's kind of bizarre because it feels like you're going into like this mountainous range or something. It's really bizarre. At least when you go through, like, if you go like up and through Ottawa, for example, Ottawa seems like really flat, and then you go into like Gatineau, and there's like the Gatineau Hills, and then Gatineau Park and stuff like that. It's really strange. That's the way I perceive it, at least. I'm not sure if it's actually like that or not, but it does feel that way sometimes when you look at when you drive that direction. Oh, what is this guy doing? There, he slowed down. I have no idea why. It's still 100 kilometers an hour there, buddy. What's going on here? Drop our cruise down to 90 so you can get some distance between this guy, because I have a heavy load. And in real life, if I were following him this closely, what is going on here, buddy? Come on. If I were following that closely, like, and I needed to stop, it would be bad news bears, that's for sure. I don't know why he was going so slow there. I'll stay on the left side here. Past this guy. Don't know what he's doing. Evergreen. Let's put our cruise back on here. Back up to 100. I don't know what the truck was doing. That was really strange. Like, he was like slowing down for no apparent reason. Let's go into the right lane here, because we are most likely slower than the cars behind us. You can actually, I believe you can show just a speed limit of the road, and then you can show just the truck speed limit, and then just the, I think you can show just the car speed limit, I think. I don't know. I usually, when I play, I usually don't go, I have the speed limiter on, so I don't go faster than whatever the speed limiter is, which I believe here is 105, and in Euro Truck, it's 90. So, I think in North America, for this, how heavy is this? 36 tons. I believe, just gonna slow down here again. I believe you might actually need an escort for something of this this much weight. So there's that gas station I didn't think I was gonna make. What's going on? Why are they going so slow again? It's still 100 zone people here. Anyways, I think you might actually need an escort. I forget what the maximum. I think maybe it's 80,000. No, it must be 80,000 actually. So if you including your truck, it might you might need to have an escort. I'm not certain about that though. I have to double check the actual regulations on that, but I think you might need to have one. So that's a nice car. Look at that. Comment below with what kind of car that is. Someone might say a 442. I was looking at a 442 the other day. Nice looking cars. We were talking about the Fast and the Furious, and that specific car came up, and in Karate Kid, I believe it's in Karate Kid as well. So here's an example where having the engine brakes as well as the retarder make a big difference, because in reality the retarder here would be able to slow us down much better going down the hill like that. So it doesn't maintain the speed very well with this heavy load. With the regular cargo it's not so bad, but I find with these heavy loads it has a bit more of a trouble. We actually want to turn left up here, so let's go ahead and indicate here. Oh, is this like a stop sign? Again, there's nothing here. Like, what are you supposed to do here? What's the official, like, thing? It doesn't really, there doesn't appear to be any kind of order here. That's bizarre. Taking this turn a little bit wider than I probably need to, but because that truck is right there. Stay on the wide side here. Yeah, we're good. Good turn off. Turn that off is what I was trying to do there. 50 kilometers an hour. In Ontario, that's I think most places in North America, in Canada, I should say, 50 kilometers an hour is kind of like your standard. That's it. Those are some huge dips. That's when you hear the engine go up to, like, you hear the RPMs just go super high. It's crazy. Apparently it's a 30 kilometer an hour air zone here. I'm not quite sure why here is a 30 kilometer an hour zone, but it is. There's another little Walmart, looks like. It's like a Tesla up here. I think this is Montreal, actually. In Montreal, and I'm sure there is a Tesla dealership in Montreal. I think it's one of the few ones, or maybe it's only there's only. Is there only? I think maybe there's only one in Toronto, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Here we go. Really, car? Come on. I hate when cars do that. Now let's see. Do they have the stadium here? I don't think. There's Olympic Stadium in Montreal, which Montrealers gripe about all the time. Because it's like, what was it, in the 70s or something like that? I think it was in the 70s. And they're still paying for that thing? Still, after years later? Yeah, I don't see it. I don't think you'd really want to go through the... I guess if you didn't have a choice, I guess you could go through the downtown area, but Montreal's not really a place where you want to take something like this through. Mainly because it is a lot of narrow roads there. Alright. Looks like our next stop's coming up here. Oh, that's an interesting color. Like what would you call that? A mint green? Alright, looks like we're good to go here. Take this nice and light. There's no one there. Take as much space as we need. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice. It's 100 kilometers an hour here. It's weird, like in Montreal they actually do have like a highway that goes like right through the downtown area, and there's always construction on it. Like seriously, I don't go to Montreal very often, but I know quite a few people who go to Montreal like every weekend basically, and one of the things you hear about often is like construction this, construction that. It's crazy. It seems like there's construction there all the time. like most cities in the summer, but I think Montreal is a special case. Alright, drop it down into 8. Get that cruise control. Try and stay on the road as well. And in reality, Quebec is like this, and Ontario. Once you get out of like this, probably, if you're just gonna get to Montreal, it's not like this specifically. But as you get further outside of Montreal and the big commercial areas, then that's when you tend to see. That's when you tend to see like just forests on either side. Same with Ontario. Northern Ontario is like this a lot too. All you see is forests. Give this guy a little bit of space here. Looks like a Meridian seed trailer he had there. That was kind of neat. Sit over back in the other lane here. But there was an update to the coast to coast. I think there's an update to the Canada map actually. I just haven't installed it yet. Because this one's been working for me. That's the reason why I haven't installed it. And apparently in the next major update for ATS and ETS, the tandem trailers will be out whenever the next major update is. But they have shown some screenshots and whatnot of it, so we know they are they're ready to almost release it. So some of these turns seem a little fast for 100 kilometers. I'm not gonna lie to you. They seem a little, I don't know, maybe in real life it's not quite as bad, but it just seems really steep. But not a steep curve, I guess. What would you say in that context? A really hard turn. There we go. Like if you're doing 100 kilometers an hour with a truck like this, you wouldn't want to make a hard turn like that. I don't know, maybe it just seems like it's worse with a big cargo like this, with big cargo, but I don't know. Also, you probably wouldn't see a tree that close to the road. Most likely not. There we go. But I don't know. I do like the coast to coast map and the Canada Dream map just because it allows you to go to some of these places. Now, I'm assuming once they release New Mexico, there'll have to be some a little bit of reworking done with the coast to coast map. So it may not work when that comes out. Well, I'm assuming it won't, honestly. But there will come a time when it will have to get reworked quite a bit for it to work. Maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. Maybe all they'll do in the editor is they'll just take out New Mexico right now, and then just leave. I don't know. They'll have to work with all the connections too, though, so it won't be that easy. But in my mind, it's that easy. You just delete the state from the coast to coast map, and then you have everything else. But it's not quite that easy. So, all right, we're heading to Trois-Rivières. So let's go ahead and. Slow it down here a little bit for this turn. There we go. We don't want to hit this turn too quickly. Oop, or hit the side for that matter. This turn's going to be ridiculous. These are one of these turns where it definitely was not designed for this cargo. Not at all. That's funny. I must have clipped the side with my truck, even though it didn't seem to do anything. Oh, thank you. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but I basically took up both lanes there. I think he's okay. Yeah, he's fine. That's a rough turn for this type of cargo, though. You really got to take up both turns, or both lanes. Otherwise, you'd never be able to do that. Turn that off. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Also, I clipped the guardrail a little bit, so makes me feel a bit sad. I'm gonna say I have to be in this lane, just because I don't know if that lane ends or goes off somewhere. Nope, it's okay. Discovered Trois-Rivières. Sweet. Alright, this is Trois-Rivières. Actually, I know a little bit about Trois-Rivières as well. I've never been there, mind you. Oh, this is our turn here. Alright. Nice, and look at this, look at that lift kit in that truck there. That's crazy. There we go. Trois-Rivières is a interesting little city. Interesting city because it actually has, like, it's one of the more, it's weird. I've been told that Trois-Rivières actually has better food selections than like places like Ottawa in some cases, and Gatineau and Hull. It's really strange. What the heck did I hit there? It must have been the trailer clipping that truck behind us. I was going around a turn. There's nothing I could have done. Alright. Now where are they gonna want this? They're gonna want it right there. Don't know how this is gonna work with this, but put our flashers on here. Drop it into low. Just take it nice and easy. I may need to skip. Well, no, we should be okay. Give myself lots of room, so we should be okay, but you never know. I wish you could lean over the side. Like, do a full-on lean, but it never seems to be the case. And like, look forward and look backwards, but... Alright, let's go ahead and just cruise up here. Yeah. Even with that enormously wide turn that I took, I don't think this is going to be in the right area. Maybe we'll find out. I can't tell. Oh no. That was there. That was in the right area. Wasn't, let's just back up just a smidgen here. There we go. That's not bad actually at all. Okay, take the flashers off, decouple the trailer and see how we did. What's the damage? We might be doing, might be an excellent. Oh, there you go, excellent. So it's 382 kilometers, 5 hours it took. We consumed 263.8 liters of fuel. And got a good amount of experience for that too. Excellent, so that was the mobile crane. There's a few things we haven't done yet. We haven't done the lift truck. We did the milling machine. We did the scraper, I believe. And we did the bulldozer, but we haven't done... No, that's not one of them. This one, the cable reel, we haven't done. And I think there's one other one. The transformer I did, but not on camera. I definitely did that by myself, so... Anyways, we'll have to come back and do another one next time. So, anyways, folks, my name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed that episode of American Truck Simulator, taking a mobile crane from Maniwaki, Quebec to Trois-Rivières, Quebec. And if I could just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys later.